Hi, it's me, Rasheed Ogunlaru, coach, speaker, and author of Soul Trader, Putting the Heart Back into Your Business and the Gift of Inner Success. And here we are, it's June. The June issue of Catch the Coach means that it's time for our mid-year review. So this is where we're just going to take 5 minutes or so in order to pause, reflect, and just review your year. So what you'll need for this, pen and paper, good old-fashioned pen and paper, or it might be that you're wanting to take your computer and just write some notes, type in some notes for this. What can often happen in the year is that we start off the year with all sorts of goals, dreams, aspirations, hopes, wishes, and so on. And we front everything, end everything, and we don't pace ourselves out. So what we're going to do is to really take that time to pause and reflect. It's that pausing and reflect that allows us to review, fine tune, and improve. But also what's really important is I was saying that every day is a blessing and a bonus. There's no guarantees in life. There's no certainties in life. We need to appreciate every moment in life. So with all of that said, just get yourself ready, get yourself really comfortable, and at any time you can pause this video in order to just reflect. And some of you may well be very reflective learners, so you might want to just take time away at the end of this to really go through things. So for this, you might want to reach for your diary, going through your calendar or things that might prompt you and help remind you of the things that you've done and achieved, because that's another thing we often overlook what we've done. So question one, what have been the highlights for you so far this year? First of all, personally, and then professionally. So what have been the highlights, things you've achieved, things you're proud of, things that you're thrilled about, things that you've overcome, seen and done, personally, and then professionally. Well done. Now, point two, when you're ready, what have been the challenges for you personally in your life, at home, in your relationships? And what have been the challenges for you professionally, in your career, in your business, or perhaps other things that it is that you do, volunteering in the community, etc.? What have been the challenges? Really well done. And then crucially, this is my favorite question, people who know me know that I ask this question. What has been the learning, which that you've learned or that you can learn when you reflect on all of these? What's been the learning? And how can you apply that learning? What I want to invite you to do over the coming weeks is to gently think about how you can apply that learning, and based on all of that, what do you think the priorities should be for the next part of the year? So take a little bit of time to think about what help, support and resources do you currently have, and what help, support and resources and contacts and connections is that you additionally need. And if you're not quite sure, you might want to reach out to a specialist, a coach, a mentor, somebody you know, like and trust, in order to help you. It might be a good moment to have conversations with other people you know, like and trust, because life is a team sport, even though it might present itself as an individual one. You know, you're the captain of the ship, sure, but you may well need help and support. And I just want to leave with you with my tip for the month, which is around three things: present, patient, and poised. Being present every moment, just being present with the person you're with what's going on. Patient, because it's going to take time. Things do take time. And poised means that you're ready to adapt, to change, to seize those opportunities. So being present, being patient, and being poised. So well done on your mid-year review. Give some thought to, as I've said, what you feel that the priorities for the next half of the year should be when you're ready. And maybe what you've already done and achieved for the first half of the year will help you to be very mindful and not to overload yourself. If you need other help, support and resources, remember you're welcome to come to my Soul Trader event or my Networking for Success event. They're run free online in proud partnership with the British Library currently, so check those out. You can get the email version of this, which often has other additional things to your newsletter. Just go to my website, rosaru.com, and you can sign up for that newsletter, and you'll see all sorts of tips and so on, and all sorts that I post throughout the months and throughout the year via my social media. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and well done on your mid-year review, and I'm wishing you all the rest for the second half of the year. And take the learning from this is that you need to pause, breathe, is it that you need to give yourself credit for all the things that you've done, is it that you need to have conversations with other people. I hope that you've got the richness from this and that you're able to regularly put in these reviews, not just at half year, it might be you want to do them daily, weekly or monthly too. Take all the best, wishing you all the best, lots of love from me, Rasheed. All the best, take good care, bye-bye.